Hello Stitchy friends and welcome to Cross by Floss. I am Lisa and today I have a full video with loads of things. So let's get started. First off, I am so happy you are all here, and if you are new, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see and that you choose to subscribe and like my channel. It really helps with engagement, and I love that you would like to be a part of my Stitchy community as much as I am a part of the Stitchy community. I love it, and I think that we have such a wonderful community of kind and generous and just, you know, talented people. It is a little bit of an overcast day today, so it's a little gloomy, so I hope the lighting is okay. And of course, today for some reason, the street is really busy. You are going to hear birds and crickets. I think those are crickets. Maybe they're cicadas. I don't know. My fan is on in the sunroom because it's a little humid, and you're definitely going to hear birds. There are squirrels that are running all over the fence. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are happening. Occasionally a deer will pop in. Maybe Odin will pop in the back. Goodness only knows what's going to happen. All right. Today I am going to talk about my whips, both the temperature stitching and the 25 in 2025. I am going to show you a fully finished object. I have two UFOs, not FOs or FFOs. I am UFOing them. I have another share. I have the winners of the last giveaway or share, and I have a shout out, and then I have plans. So let's get into it. First off, I want to thank all of you who reached out to me. I have not done a regular type video since sometime in April. Because Mr. G had his surgery that we needed to go to another state for. He is doing good. I think he's 6 weeks out now. I don't really know, but he's doing pretty good, and we go and see his doctor tomorrow to see what maybe next steps are, and you know, start weaning him off of the pain meds and that kind of thing. So, and I'm sorry, I will be distracted because there are birds like literally flying all over my yard. So anyways, thank you so much, and he sends his thanks as well. We did have a little bit of a rough moment at the hospital where he had a really hard time coming out of anesthesia, but we are good now. Everything is great. So yeah, he is back home, and lucky for me, the dogs have now become his dogs, and they just want to hang out with him all day long, and so I am able to actually get things done. So it's been pretty good for me. I kind of dread him going back to work a little bit, but he's got to go back to work 24/7. But also May, I had done a few videos in May, I think 4 or 5 of them, introducing Mirabilia, and then each week doing a Mirabilia recap of what I did for the week. And so there were special videos, but they were centered around Mirabilias for Mirabilia. So if you are a Mirabilia lover and just came to my channel, I do have a playlist that has all the mirrors in it from all the years that I've been doing it. And so you can go back and binge watch if you would like. All right. How about I show you my FFO? So a really sweet friend went and got this for me because I've been unable to go long distances because Mr. G still can't, you know, do long distance travel. Plus there was a point that I could not also leave him because of the meds he was on. and also the help he needed. And so I really wasn't going far except the grocery store and driving the girl to work. So, and running small errands around town. So, very sweet friend. Thank you, Lisa, girl. Appreciate you more than you know. But she picked up this lovely for me, that craft gallery framed. There is museum glass on here, but look at this frame. It just, I think it goes so nicely. It picks up the red. Oh, focus. Focus. There we go. It picks up the red in the berries, which there's so few of them in the pattern, and a little bit in the dress. It just popped. And so lovely choice. This is Alphabet Rhyme, and it was a share I did in my couple of videos ago, and it has already gone to its owner, and thank you. I received a very sweet thank you card for that, and so yeah, I'm very happy that that is now done, and eventually it will go up on my wall. I kind of have a thought of like some older style, you know, like nursery rhyme type stitches, and so that's one that's Alphabet Rhyme, that's ABCs. And then I had the 4 and 20 blackbirds, and then I have a little Bo Peep, and so all of those have been finished and 2 have been framed. I want to say I must have another one, but I thought that it would be a cute little display to do kind of nursery rhyme-ish type. Yeah, anyway. Okay. If you are just here for the shares and don't want to listen to the rest of the video, I thought that I would go through the winners from the last video. Let me get all of the things, and I'm gonna need to look down because I have notes, and I forgot to take pictures of everyone when I spun the oh my gosh, the YouTube comment picker. In my hurry, I did not take pictures, so I will try and put your name down on the bottom of the screen, but I'm also going to say it. So in a couple of videos ago, I had done this share, which is Land of Liberty by Shepherd's Bush, and Margaret Kinney 186, you were the winner of this. And unfortunately, if I don't hear from any of the winners, I will just pull another name for the next video. I'm now hoping to upload every 2 weeks, so I think that that should give enough time. And if they don't go, then they will they'll get redrawn. So Margaret Kinney 186, you won this one. And if all of the winners can get in touch with me, I will put my email down here, but I also will put it in the show notes, so you can get in touch with me by email or on my Instagram. All right, so then I had 4 shares from my last April video. I know it's been a while since these have come out, but the winner of this pattern, which was The Light Upon the Lawn, and the word was bird, and this one is going to Amy Sweetheart 7283. Sweetheart, I'm sorry, Amy. So Amy, congratulations. Get in touch with me. All right, the next one is a Plum Street Samplers, Cinnamon Stars. I'm so sorry for the glare. Okay, this one is going to Janet Doucette. Janet Doucette, congratulations, Janet. The word was stars. Gertie Gobble by Bent Creek. Man alive, there was a lot of response for Gobble. This is going to Helena Pierre de la Plante. Oh my gosh, I'm sure that I butchered all of this. YD90Y. Helena, I'm so sorry. Congratulations. Please get in touch with me. This is such a cute chart. And of course it comes with all of the floss. And then the last one was the Kathy Barrick 1848 reproduction sampler. I really enjoyed stitching this. This was a fun little stitch. And the word was girls. And this is going to Bonnie Sheffer 3154. So this was a really cute one. So congratulations, Bonnie. I hope you enjoyed stitching this as much as I do. All right. Okay. That's the shares. So like I mentioned, I'm going to talk about, I have no space here. I'm trying to figure out space and that I don't lose anything to talk about. Okay. What I am going to do is I am going to share with you my temp stitching progress that I did. Now, if you are new to my channel, temp stitching is, I chose 10 whips that I felt were fairly close to a finish, or I could possibly get a finish on in the year, because they would come out many times in the month. Now, I took this idea from, oh my gosh, I forgot her name. I will put it in the show notes below. Jen, the caffeinated stitcher. I want to say that's correct. She is also doing a temp stitch. I am doing mine a little, I adapted it to me. And what it is that I chose 10 whips from 0 to 9. And so there's 10 of them. And then when the temperature, when I am able to sit down and stitch on temperature stitchings, I ask my dot what the current temperature is, and then she will say, hello Lisa, the weather is 71 with a chance of rain later on. And so I will choose the number 1, what I have designated as number 1 whip for temp stitch, and I will put in 25 minutes for 2025. And those numbers can get called many times in the 2 weeks that I do my stitching, or the full month. And sometimes, shockingly, sometimes numbers actually don't even get called. So it's kind of like up in the air of what the temperature is actually going to be stitched at. Did that make sense? Wow, I just got myself distracted. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that is how I do my temperatures. I don't take the high, low, or mid. I do what I have 25 to 30. It's a minimum of 25 minutes of stitching, and I pretty much try and hold to that, or at least like finish the thread if I'm over the 25. And so yeah, so that's what I do. Okay, really, I have this small little space here, and there's a lot of bags because I did a lot of stitching. I did a lot of stitching this start of June. Okay, so we're gonna go backwards here, hopefully. So my first one was number 1, and it actually got called twice, and it is, I should take these out of the bag. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Hi, there we go. This is, what is it? Ghost Pumpkin. I can't read backwards clearly. Ghost Pumpkin by Lottie Da. This is an exclusive to Garon Stitchery currently. This was for their retreat last year, and Lottie Da did this as an exclusive for them. It is so cute. So I am doing it on the called for fabric, which is something. Oh my goodness. I was prepared, you guys. I really was. I don't remember what yes, I do. It's stuck in here. Good night. It's a Fox and Rabbit Duxbury Duxbury, and I'm doing mine on a 16 count fabric. And this, I will put a before picture in, and this is where I am now. Is coming along. It's great. I have already outlined the full entire pumpkin, so I could, you know, for my 25 minutes completely cheat. It's not really cheating, but just do fill in, which, you know, is easy, but I am continuing with the border. Now, when I did the border the other day here, I discovered I had a boo-boo in counting here. So I have to rip all of this out, and because I am 3 stitches off. Yeah, that happened, and it makes a difference because of this border here. If I could have fudged it, I would have, but because of this design inside the 2 border lines, it makes a big difference. So I will just pull this out, totally fine. But that's where I am so far. I've actually, it got some work, and that's awesome. And I actually love this stitch. So that is the first one, and I'm so sorry I did not unzip. I did not. And so we're gonna have zipping and unzipping. Okay, number 2, temp number 2, which is this lovely one. And I had done a restart on this, but this is Carter House Sampler 1817 by Crossstitch Antiques. That is that one there. It's lovely. I enjoy this stitch a lot. Like, I've enjoyed it enough that I restarted it. So it is being done on a piece of, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think it's a 16 count. Oh, here we go. 16 count love letter by Color and Cotton. Oh, it is so much fun to do. And that, oh, did I put a paid for picture up? Yeah. And here I am now. Super, super cute. I love this. That's what I did, right? Yes. You know, because I have the other part on the other side. Yeah, no, it is. Oh, wow. How about confusion right there? This is where I've been. Yes. So this came out 4 times. 4 times. And so got a lot done on that one, which is so much fun. I really do enjoy stitching this one a lot, and was quite happy that number 2 got called so many times that I was just able to chug along. And actually it was in a couple of days, like back-to-back days for number 2. So that was a lot of fun. Number 3 was called 3 Times. And this is a replacement for number 3, because my prior number 3 was the Kathy Barrick, and I think it was 3. And so I needed to replace a whip with that. And so I went through my whips, and I found that I had so many Noras and Mirabilias, and I was like, I can't just do Mirabilias and you know, I'm not gonna get them done in a year, or maybe I will, we'll see. And I'm like, no, I must have other ones. And so I found this one, which is the Mary Ann Aldred sampler by Needlework Press, and I want to say that this was an exclusive to, I don't remember who, but I think it's now out, so now available. But this was one that I had received and put some very meager stitches in, and it was hiding in a whip bag. So I was like, well, you may come on out. And so, where is my bag? Wow, I feel like I haven't done like a regular video in so long. I'm struggling. here is a before picture. And here I am now. So like I said, this one got called 3 times. It came as a kit, so it came with the classic colorwork threads, which are the called for. It came with this lovely fabric, which is, let's see, Vintage Country Mocha 18 count. It was all serged. This has a 3-inch allowance all over. Like I said, it was the kit, and it is just so much fun. Like, the colors are gorgeous on this one. So yeah, I love doing this. And I did choose, so Vintage Country Mocha, if you have, and I'm an Aida stitcher, so if you work on the Aida Country Mocha, and I believe, isn't it the same for the linen? I don't know. But one side is mottled, if you can see that, it's a little mottled. And then the other side, there's no mottling, it's just plain. And so, of course, I chose the modeling side because it gives it an aged appearance. Do you see all that modeling in there? But then if you go to the other side, oh, let's pick a side that I don't have stitches on. If you choose the other side, there's no modeling in that at all. And that's coming through the other side, that's not on this side. And so you can choose which side to, you know, do your stitches on. I chose to do the model side because it makes it look aged, which is what I like in a sampler, which is why I like samplers, because they're old and aged and stitched by somebody from long ago. I love that. So that one came out 3 times, I said, yes. Then 4, I love this one. I mean, I love all my whips, mostly. This is Halloween Sampler 2 by Cottage Garden Samplings, and that's what this one looks like. Hi, there we go. This one came out 3 times. I was very excited about it. I'm trying to see if I have the... Here is a before picture, and here I am now. We'll still put something behind it. There we go. Now I am doing this on a, what am I doing it on? A 16 count crushed walnut by Fabrics by LJ. Unfortunately, LJ does not dye fabric anymore, and but I picked this out because it's a very modelly purple, gray, black fabric, and I just thought that the spooky, you know, like Halloween, it screamed Halloween to me, and I like that, but also the white pops on this, like it just, the colors show up so nicely on this fabric, and I'm excited because I have a whole other half, because I am very close. I don't think that it will come much more over here. I'm very close to being done on the sides, so D, whatever this is, so I have darn close to another half of fabric to be able to use, and that is exciting because I'm sure that I will find another Halloween pattern to put on it. I did not do the original Halloween sampler on that fabric. I don't remember what I did it on. I believe it's framed, but yeah, pretty. All right, and I did say that one came out 3 times. Number 5 came out twice, and number 5 was a, oh, well, there's something in there, was a fairly new start. It was a replacement for Cinnamon Stars, yes, because I finally finished it. So in its place, I did Bunny Hop by Cottage Needleworks. Just thought that it was super cute. Doing it in the called for, yep. Weeks Dye Works and DMC are the called for, and that's what I'm doing it with. I am doing this on a piece of 20 count Vanilla Latte by BeStitchme. And let me put a before picture in. And here we are now. So it is 20 count. I mainly do my temp stitches during the evening, and so sometimes, depending where I'm at in my house for lighting, sometimes the 20 count, I can see the holes, but it's still a bit of a challenge. You know, I'm making sure that my stitches lay nice. This is a 20 count. I am doing it 1 strand floss over 1, and I love this Vanilla Latte fabric. It is just, it's such a nice neutral. I love it. In fact, yeah, I love it. So that one's that one. It got called twice, like I said, and hey. All right, the next one that came out was 7. 7 only got called once. Now 7 is a bunch of, it's a grouping of Prairie Schooler charts, Misfortune, what's this one? Knock Knock, and Night Flight. And I had said that I was going to choose you know, whatever to stitch on, and then I was like, no, I am going to choose one and just stitch on that. So I will show you a before picture, and here I am now. So this one got called once. I worked in this border here. It's fun, it's super repetitive, so it's an easy stitch, and doing it with the called for colors. There's 2 colors, I believe, to this pattern. I must put it back. 2 colors, maybe 3. There's not very many colors in these Halloween patterns, so super fun. This is done on, I want to say it's an 18 count Aida. Very lightly coffee tea dyed by me, super lightly. Because I was just experimenting, had no clue what I was doing, and so it did not turn out kind of as aged as I kind of wanted, but it's okay. It's okay. They're nice neutrals. All right, and then the last temp chart, which got called, was number 8, and that is out of the 2019 special collector's issue of Crossstitch magazine, the Halloween. 2019 has some great stitches in it. And I am doing Frank and Mrs. Frank. They're technically called the Trick or Treat couple, and they're designed by Lacey Flowers. So cute. And let me put a before picture in. Here they are now. So this is also done on a, I think that this is a 16 count Aida that I dyed long ago, like back when we lived in Washington State and Mr. G had his house. And yeah. And anyways, I did it with like a gray and a black, possibly, some yellow and orange. I don't know. I mixed up a whole bunch of colors and then just kind of squished the fabric and then, you know, plooped it all on there, and this is what it came out like. And I was like, no likey. And then I was like, oh, don't throw it away. This might be really good for Halloween stitches. And it has been. So cute. So that is Halloween, or Trick or Treat couple. Okay, so that is it for my temp stitches. My goodness. Okay, now 25 in 2025. Again, if you are new, 25 and 25 is I chose 25 projects to work on throughout the year and put them all on a tiny decisions wheel. And then I will, you know, every day or when I have finished the last one, I will spin the wheel, and then whatever number comes up, I will go to that coordinating bag number and I will stitch on it to a minimum of 250 stitches for 2025. And then that gives a pretty good amount of progress. And so, and then that number does not get called again for the month or for however long the wheel, you know, gets finished. And then as the wheel gets finished, then I will reset the wheel and then start all over again. So each piece could potentially get, with the exception of Mira May and Nora November, 2 months that for sure I have things for, and then just random whatevers, they could potentially come out 8 to 9 times a year and get work done. So, and maybe some of them 10 times. It just depends. 8 to 10 times, I guess, maybe I'll say. Some of these whips can come out. And I'm sorry, the birds are fighting out in the feeder, and it is funny. Oh my gosh. There's a lot going around here that you can't see. Okay, so that's what 25 and 25 is. So the first one I worked on that the decision wheel spun is chart 2. Chart 2 is pretty. I mean, they're all pretty. It is this Brenda Keys, the sampler company, that's her name, Brenda Keys, and it is the Hetty Child Sampler. So that's what that one looks like. And I got this off the freebie table at StitchCon last year. And it was completely kitted up with the floss and everything. And I was like, okay. And so I think I even started it at StitchCon last year. I don't remember. By the way, I hope everyone, I know StitchCon A has already happened and StitchCon B is coming this week. And I hope you guys have the best time. I know a lot of my friends were there, and yeah. Oh, it is, yes, because I went to go and get a piece of fabric at the annex for this stitch because I just thought that it was so pretty, and I couldn't believe somebody had actually, where did my board go? Oh my goodness, just a second here. I've lost my board. I'm so sorry. Really, I am prepared. How in the world did I lose my board? I went to go and get a piece cut at the annex to start this at StitchCon. So yes, I did. I'm pretty sure. I am working this on a piece of 18 count fiber on a whim cappuccino. I thought that it would complement these colors beautifully, and it is. Oh, did I put a before picture up? Yeah. Did that, and here we are now. So this one, and I'm going to give you numbers for what I stitched. Like I said, there's a minimum of 250. This one got 296 stitches in it. And I think I mainly worked on the alphabet because I love the alphabet. I love words. I don't love words over 1 because I don't stitch on anything other than Ada. But I love this. So pretty. So that is chart 2, the Hetty Child Sampler by Brenda Keys, the sampler company. What did I do with my bag? Oh my gosh. You would think having such a small area, it's getting dark. You would think with such a small area that I wouldn't lose anything. I am. And oh goodness. Okay. Eek. All right, and I need to bring these down. Okay, I'm gonna put this up. So sorry. Oh my gosh. All right, Lisa, you put the thing here. Okay, number three got called, and it is Mirabilia's Archangel. I love him. I love him. He is, Nora does not do very many males. And other than like there's a couple of Santas and that kind of thing, but for male designs, there are, if any, I think this might be it. So Archangel, he was a 2004 design. And when I saw him at my old L&S, Threadneedle Street, hi Denise, she probably doesn't watch me, but I love her and miss her a lot. When I saw this, I had to buy him immediately. So I am doing this one on a 18 count Au Gray by LJ's Fabrics. And again, like I said, LJ's not dyeing anymore fabrics anymore. And so here's a before picture, and here is my now. Here I am now. So if I recall correctly, because I did this very early on in the month and my memory is not what it used to be, I believe that I stitched down in this area here and did some of these nice bright colors. Now, I may have explained this before, but if you are new, there's a Krynic in many of Nora Corbett's Mirabilia patterns, and I despise Krynic. It does not, I consider it double floss. It does not lie nicely for me in any way, shape, or form. It also may be very thick on this 18 count fabric. So when I started putting it in, my stitches look awful. They look awful. Do not love. And so I need to pick it out, and I'm going to do Petite Treasure Braid in its place. So that is him. I chose, typically her patterns are done with like a 16 count or a 32 count or sometimes a 28 count stitch because of the beads. And I chose to put him on an 18 because I thought the fabric was perfect for Archangel. It was very, yeah, I just thought the grays with this, you know, cloudy gold effect, I just thought that it was perfect for Archangel. But also because it's an 18 count, I am a little worried how the beads are going to sit, and I may need to convert some of the size beads in order for that to happen, which I did not think of when I started him on 18 count. I just was looking at the fabric. Now he got 260 stitches, so not many. I do love working on him, but I find every time I do, I don't do very many stitches, like more than the 250. Neighbor's dog. Okay, because my dogs aren't allowed to bark. Jardin Prive is number 7 that got called. Yes, number 7, Jardin Prive. It's Patchwork Halloween. And by I mean, they're not allowed to bark. They're not allowed to bark outside incessantly and bother, you know, the neighbors. They get brought in. That's what I meant. Of course, my dogs bark. Anywho, Jardin Prive. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love this one as well. I am doing this on a, what am I doing it on? Oh, I'm doing it on a piece of fabric that I dyed myself. Here's a before. Here we go. So this is a piece of 16, it might even be 14, but it's possibly 16 count Ada that I coffee dyed and baked and did some very weird, like there were pieces that caught on fire. We don't need to talk about those. But that's where I am now. She's looking great. Love her too. Yep. So doing that with the call, am I doing it with the called for colors? Yes, it's all in DMC. So that is where that one is, and I did do it before, right? I got myself distracted a little bit, as normal. So that one got 258 stitches, not very many. Most of the time when I know that I'm getting to 250 and I have a little bit of floss left, like I finish the floss. So whatever I am doing, I don't think that I, you know, keep the floss in there. I try and finish it. So sometimes if I've already counted, and how I count, I was asked how I count. I actually have a little tiny counter that I put on my thumb. And when I do like X amount of stitches, whether it's 10 or 20, whatever I've counted, I will just put that into the counter as I'm going, because I two-hand stitch. And so I can't, I suppose I could if I turned it the other way. I don't think about it anyways. So that's what I do. I use a little thumb counter or finger counter and do that. All right, number 8. Number 8 is Pineberry Lane, Kind and True. This one's so pretty. This also was a kit from, is it Dying to Stitch? Was it Dying to Stitch? It was a Quaint Country Ladies. It was like in 2001, I think, somewhere in there. So it came with the floss and the pattern, and then you provided your own, is that right? Or maybe it came with the fabric, but it was linen, and of course I don't do linen. I don't know if it actually came with the fabric. I don't remember. It's a while ago. So I am doing this on a piece of 20 count Whisper Ada. I'm gonna guess it's a Zweigart. I don't know. Here is a before. Boy, it's a very big piece of fabric. And it's this way. And here I am now. So really I was working on the border. I finished the side border and I started working down in the bottom. No, it's this way. Oh my goodness. Because I didn't get that much done in the bottom. Yes, I finished the side and then started working my way across the bottom border, and I'm going to continue the border because I'm hoping against hope that I have no counting errors and that it meets up. You would think that this was a very nice repetitive stitch, and for the most part it is, but you have to be careful because in between each one of these are 12, but these are 13. And so I had to, you know, stop thinking about the 13s over here and getting the 12s in here. And then I panicked and I went up here and I was like, oh my gosh, did I make these 12s as well? Then I looked at the actual pattern and started counting in between, and there are a little bit of a variation, so you have to be careful. So that is what this one is. Now this is a huge piece of, it's a huge piece of fabric, and typically I do cut down my fabric so it's manageable, but I have the whole Quaint Ladies, I have all of the Quaint Ladies from that series, and so I was hoping to put all of them on one piece of fabric, and I didn't know where to cut. And also, did you notice I have a very wide margin? I don't know what happened here. I could have brought it way over here. way. I don't know what I did, but what I was doing back then, but it's okay. I hope that I will at least get 2 on this, and then maybe I'll pick a coordinating fabric or something to go with the last one, because I believe there's 3. There might be 4. I don't remember. Maybe 2 were going on one. I don't remember. This one got, what number was this? 8. This one got 281 stitches. I was cooking along with this one. Okay. All right, 9. You guys, she must have heard me. Brought her dog in. All right, 9 is a Little House Needleworks Sit and Stitch. This is a fun one to do. Such a fun one. And this one says, by the ocean, on the beach, under stars I cannot reach, in a car and on a plane, always on a railway train. I can stitch most anywhere, but really love my easy chair. I wish this was true for me. I cannot stitch in anything moving. Nope, I get car sick. So let me put in a before picture. And that's where we are now. I got quite a bit done. I finished up, okay. I did end up putting in, this was 9, right? Oh my goodness, what is this? Yes, 9. 280 stitches. I did struggle a moment because I had forgotten to put in, and so I started, you know, putting in the trunks, or trunks of the trees, and then I had them up, and so I was going along and then realized, oops, I have a problem. And I had not finished this part, so I had to rip out everything I had done in around here because it was all up, right? And was not sitting on the line properly. I don't know. I was having a moment. And so anyways, I did have to do a little frogging. In real life, this is a crew, and it does show up in real life much better. And I think once other pieces of the house come in, like the roof and the windows, it'll be much more noticeable. This is done on a 16 count Fiddler's Ada, I believe. And I enjoy it. I enjoy this. It's just very, the colors look nice on it, and I love it. Very pretty. So that is 9. I said 280 stitches on that one. Okay. Then 11. Okay, 11 is a bit of a saga. So when the wheel said 11 and I went to go and look and see what 11 was, I was like, nah. And I think that as stitchers, when you go, something about that pattern just is not speaking to you. And the whole point of picking out the 25 and 2025 was that I was excited to stitch on these and put in, you know, the X amount of stitches by month or month and a half or however long it took, you know, for it to get and so I wasn't looking at it all the time and putting stitches in. It was kind of a short window, and then it would go away and I would get it back out and I'd be so excited to see it again, right? I wasn't feeling it with number 11. Number 11, my previous number 11 was a Heartstring Samplery Philip Foster Farmhouse. And it's a lovely pattern. It really is. I love the colors. It is a very nice, but I am not inspired to work on it. And it also is not my aesthetic anymore. You know, when I started doing it and had purchased the pattern, I just, like, it all spoke to me, and it's no longer speaking to me. So this is my first UFO. So, yeah. So this is what I got done on it also. I'm doing it on a piece of warm sienna, 16 count by Color and Cotton. And like I was getting there. My stitches look good, like everything looks good. Counting so far was fine. That wasn't the problem. I literally went, oh, when I saw what pattern it was. So I decided I have not enjoyed putting stitches in it the last 2 times that I got it out. And then when I did the I was like, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop doing this one. And so I am going to actually pick out all of these stitches one night when I'm feeling ambitious and just, you know, watching a show that I sort of need to pay attention to, but not really. I'm going to pick out all of these stitches because I love this fabric. I love it. And I'd like to get use out of it again. And picking out on Ada is not super hard. So I replaced it. Oh, and because I am UFOing it and I have no intention of doing it, it is going to be my share for this video. So if you are interested in this pattern, and it is a beautiful pattern, it's just not for me. Let's say farmhouse. So if you are interested, and of course I have not been saying this in my last videos, and you guys are doing a great job, but I feel like I need to say please be 18 so I can have your address. Let's not say giveaway or winner. All of the things. And then if you would like to be entered, which I will draw in my next video, the word is a farmhouse. Okay, so in that I changed the chart and I went to my stash to look at what I had, and I decided this Theresa Kogut Pet All the Dogs was something that I absolutely enjoy stitching, wanted to stitch, and would love to get done because I would love to get the names of my puppies in there. And I love this. Now, what I'm not enjoying so much is the angel up above the house. And so I've been thinking the last couple of days, what would I like to do? Because it's a big space, you know, to not put something in there. So I don't know if I'm going to put wording like our puppies or family pets or something in that space instead. Maybe, you know, do kind of like a cartouche-ish something. I don't know, but I am not enjoying the angel up above the house. And so, and I mean, it's lovely, but it's not me. Like, I love the rest of the chart a lot. Now I am doing this on a 16 count Camelot by Color and Cotton. I wonder if that's where my, and let me put in a before picture. And this is a big girl. So, goodness sakes. All right, this is where I am now. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Let's see here. Sort of. It's not great. Anyways, this is where I am now. I need to get one of those nice big boards and then I can ship it on there. I worked in the windows. In the windows to the wall. If you know that song, congratulations. That's what I did. And those windows, not hard to stitch at all, but do involve some counting to make sure that you have the correct spacing in between each window, because some of them are 7, some of them are 6, some of them are 4, depending on the spacing. So I love this. I enjoy this stitch a lot. And I hope that she becomes a finish sometime this year. And if you have any suggestions on what to put above the house other than the angel, please let me know, because I'm struggling a little. I think I know what I want to do, but I'm struggling a little. Now that one got 311 stitches because I was loving it. All right, the next one is oh, I'm sorry. No, it got 259 stitches. I was loving it. But I was finished a thread. This one got 311 stitches because I am loving it. Let's see. Okay. It is The Artsy Housewife, A Study in Nature. There we go. Gorgeous. Like absolutely gorgeous. I am doing this on an 18 count Atomic Ranch Joy Lynn. I love, love, love it. Let me put a before picture in. And I am working on a very big piece of fabric. I have not cut this one down yet because I want to make sure that I don't cut my margins too. It would be just like me to not be able to count properly. And yeah, but that is where I am now. So I did the Vicky Clayton silk conversion. There we go. And I worked in a piece of the wing. I love this. The colors gorgeous, everything gorgeous. I am doing this 2/1. It's 18 count. I think it's lovely. And I love the silks. The silks are so good. There's nothing bad about this chart. What is bad that I have discovered is that I put this fabric into a Q-snap. And the other day when I went to go and tighten the Q-snap, you know, the sides, I noticed that my fabric was starting to show white. And now I freaked out a little, and I'm going to then put this into some rods that I have and hope that that will stop that. But when I took them out of the Q-snap, they look okay. I do definitely see a little bit of the indent of that, but I think it's going to be okay. All right, so this one got 311 stitches. Really enjoyed this one. All right, 14. 14 is a Mirabilia, and this is Fairy Flora. I love Fairy Flora. She is a fun, beautiful stitch to do. And I believe she's still in, I should not say, I don't remember, but I want to say that she's still in print. This is done on a Touch of Gray 16 count Ada, and let me put in a before. This is Crunchy Ada. That part I don't love working on. Now that we have all these beautiful hand-dyed fabrics and everything, it's such a difference. There I am now. I had to make sure I wasn't showing you the back. I have done that. All right, that's where she is now. I so enjoy working on her. She's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This one I got 399 stitches on, and as you can tell from my fabric, she's going to be long and narrow. And I am always excited when I see her number pop up. Even though I am not a pink and purple girl, I love the colors in this so much, and it really truly enjoy working on her. Okay. oof, it's just a few more bags to go, sort of. All right, this is 15, and me little friend, Levi, and I are semi-doing Faith 1831 by Samplers Not Forgotten, sort of together. When we stitch together, we do it together, this chart together. But I do need to pull it out for my 25 and 25. And so that's what this one looks like. Again, a lot of pink, but absolutely gorgeous, and I love working on it. And he made this gorgeous bag for us. He's super talented. He's going to StitchCon B. And so, Levi, I hope you have the best time this week. Goodness sakes, this is where it goes. Let me put in a before. Now this one I am working on an 18 count sleet by BeStitchme, and I thought that the color, the background color for this, hand dyed, not only made the colors look really beautiful, but it also sort of represented the chart a little bit. It's a very, I don't know if you can really see that. It is a very light blue gray. What did they do it on? They did it on pewter by Picture This Plus. So I thought that this was a pretty good representation. So I enjoy this one too. Now this one got, how many stitches? Did I say how many stitches? You know, I should have a plan. I give you the before, I say how many stitches, I tell you what fabric. I should have like this whole entire regime, and then I wouldn't forget. It wouldn't be a, did I say it? I don't know. 293 stitches. All right, 16 is a Whatabiz stamped cross stitch pattern, and this is what it's going to look like when it is done. And I thought my granddaughter will probably absolutely love this pattern or this chart. It's going to take me forever to get it done. That's okay. Whatabiz is a stamped cross stitch company. She does a lot of AI work, art that is hers. She does not take any, you know, licensed art and make it her own. These are all her designs. And once a month, she will do a auction. I believe it's at the beginning of every month. And those patterns are one-of-a-kind patterns that you will see and bid on. She may tweak it and put another one out with maybe a different color, or there will be a difference. So the one that you are bidding on is a one-of-a-kind, yours, you know, if you win it, kind of thing. And I love that. Plus the stamped kits are so much fun. They come with everything, the stamped canvas, the pattern, a chart, and all of the floss you need. I think it's CXC floss, I'm not sure, but I mean, it's fully kitted up for you. And I think the new patterns, oh my gosh, I have chipmunks and squirrels out there. They are also fighting in the bird feeder. It's hilarious. There are things. Anyways, really nice, good quality, and my understanding is the new kits, they're coming with a hoop and like a tool, you know, kit and everything. Good quality, good prices, really lovely. She does have a website. I will link it down below. And her customer service is awesome. And she's out of Canada. So I'm so sorry. Let me put up a before picture. And here she is now. So I did a lot of black. Now this one got 319 stitches. So pretty. And you can see on the back, here's my back. And that's what I've stitched so far. Fully. It's a nice easy stitch, and if I hadn't picked it for my 25 and 25, I think when I'm watching TV at night, I could pick this up, because literally, like, everything, you know, like, it's mindless. I could just pick up, you know, a black or whatever color and just fill in that area. And you know, I don't have to change threads or count or, you know, anything like that. It's so super easy just to work in that area. Now, don't get me wrong, there's going to be confetti bits as I go along, but currently not right now. All right, so that was 16. I had another change out. Let me see here. 20. Yes, 20, it's this one. Okay, I had another change out. So I go and I get 20. 20 was April Blue Diamonds by Mirabilia. I'm gonna show it to you. It was this pattern here. And I was so excited because April is my birth month. There's a potential that I could get this done this year. I was super excited. And I pull it out and I was about to get going on it, and I notice, and I don't know how I did not notice this before, but I'm going along and I notice, and I'm like, why are the whites different, and like noticeably different? And at first I was like, oh man, did, you know, some of this original white get a little dirty? Did I, you know, if I wash this, is it going to be okay? And I look at it and I'm like, no, they are different whites. So then I'm like, well, maybe that's what the pattern, you know, so I go to the pattern to check that it wasn't a different symbol for a color. And I'm like, no, it's not. Now, I don't know if you followed me for a while, you may have heard me say that I couldn't remember which white I started with because I didn't write it on the back of my card. It was just white. And so I didn't know if it was blanc, if it was B5200, or if it was 3785, whatever that, you know, the other white, all the whites. I didn't know which one I chose. And so I went and I was like, oh, it's gotta be B5200. Why would I do any other white, right? It is not. So I looked at it and I was like, oh, it is very different. Now, I don't know if you will notice, but even Mr. G noticed. He said to me, how come the dress is like snow, but the rest of it isn't? And I was like, what do you mean? How do you know? Stop talking. Okay, I don't know if you're gonna notice. Okay. If you look at this, all this white in here, and then you look at this white, so even down here, yes, even down in here, this is different. It does not show up on the camera as great, but then you look at this is the white, and then this is also supposed to be the white, but it was the old white. So I have a B5200, and then this is whatever color white I chose to begin with. So this is going to be a lot of, like, it's all here, it's here, and it's even up in the top here. It's a lot to pick out. So I decided I'm going to start it again. It makes me sad. This is not the first Mirabilia that I've had to do this to because of counting, or this was, and I don't know how I didn't notice and do so much white and not say, hey, there's something wrong, this doesn't look right. Didn't. So I am UFOing this, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to restart it because I have all the colors, I have all the beads, I have, you know, all the specialty, I have all the things. So I'm going to redo it. But in the meantime, I was like, I'm not redoing it now, so I will choose a different Mirabilia in its place. So I went to my stash and I found Fairy Roses. And this is a Mirabilia, Nora, it's a Nora, but I thought, like she's so beautiful to me. She is just so gorgeous. And so I thought, I will just take this one out and I will get started on this one instead. So that's what I did. So I just replaced it with another Mirabilia basically. And I really need to get back in here and start putting the tops and the bottoms in these things, because man alive, what am I doing? I want to say that it goes this way. I need to. A lot of times I will put like a mark, a piece of thread or something up in the top corner so I know where my top is. But I believe that that's how this goes. This is done on a, goodness knows what it's done on. It's a 16 count. It's a 16 count. It's a 16 count Ada. I don't know what it is. But that's where she is. Oh, and let me put in a before picture so you can see. So that's where I am now. Yep. So a little bit of tragedy. I had a couple conversations with a couple of friends about it, who all expressed dismay on my part for me. But again, it's not like I don't have a lot of Mirabilias on the go, and so easily replaced, easily. Sad that I need to do it over again, but it's okay, because now I will choose a different fabric. I wasn't completely sold or loved that fabric now that there are so many beautiful hand-dyeds. So I'm just gonna try again. This one, Fairy Roses, got 283 stitches. All right, and my last 25 in 2025 is Eve. This is number 22, and I received this from a kind stitchy friend in our community, because this is not a pattern I believe that you can get anymore, and I adore her. Now this one I am doing on a 20 count, so she is dainty. And I am doing it on a 20 count lightly salted, not roasted, by BeStitchme. And let me put in a before. And here I am now. I love her. She's good. Pretty. So that's what I got done on her. I did 275 stitches on her. So my total for all of the stitching, now I don't count the temp stitches, I only count 25 and 25. And so obviously my stitch count is more for the last 2 weeks because of that and some other things that I did. But just for the charts, so 25 and 2025 charts, I did 3,514 stitches, which was pretty good for me. All right, let me check my notes. That was what I was talking about. UFO. Okay, I have a couple of new starts, because temp 6 needed to be, which did not get called, but needed to be a new start for replacement for, for it. Let's see if I can find it really quick. It was a replacement for, oh, Alphabet Rhyme, because I finished Alphabet Rhyme and I needed something to go in its place. And I could have picked a new whip, but like I explained, I had a lot of Mirabilias and Noras, but I didn't have like a lot of other patterns that had been started and were whips. So I was like, let's do a new start. So I started Plum Street Samplers, Goody Grimwood. I always want to call it Grimworld or Grimword. I don't know why, but it's Grimwood. Oh, such a pretty one. I love this bird and his little plumes on that house. I love it. And so this one I started actually while we were, Mr. G was getting his surgery. And so this one I am doing on 20 count BeStitchme sugar cream pie. So I don't have a before, obviously, for this one. And that's where I am now. These colors, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So this is now in the temp stitching. So hopefully you will see this one come out a few times. I have some Tonka hair on there, which is very noticeable because he's black. And this is very cream pie. So, and I'm doing it all with the DMC, is that what it's called for? I want to say yes. And I just thought that the colors look great on the fabric. I loved it, loved it. So that is now going to be a number 6 in the temp stitching, and I'm excited to see that one go. The other thing that I did while I was waiting for, this is my waiting for Mr. G stitch. And I was working on this while he was having surgery in the hospital. I work on this when he is doing PT or has doctor's appointments, whatever, when I'm doing car appointments, whatever it is. This is my car waiting around stitch kind of thing. It is a free chart by Lottie Daw. It's called Freebie Alphabet with Hair. You choose your color of, you know, whatever you want. She stitched it on 35 count straw linen by Weeks Dye Works and used 1 strand of poison apple silk by Belsois. I did choose a silk, but it is a, I don't even remember. I also thought that it had a number, but I don't see it. Oh, here it is. It is PR014, and it is an incredibly large hank of absolutely gorgeous silk. And so I was like, oh, well, let's just, you know, use it for the freebie, see what it looks like. So let me put in a before picture. And this is where I am now. Well, maybe I should put it right side up. Here I am now. So I did get a lot done. Like I said, there was some panic at the hospital during the surgery or just after the surgery. And the surgery was taking a lot longer than they told me. And so I was constantly getting up to have a look at the board and walk around and get coffee and then go to the bathroom, all the things. And so I did get quite a bit done, but it really should be finished by now for all the waiting and all the things that I do. But I also got distracted and chit-chatted with people and, you know, all the things. So this is done on a 14 count. I don't even know. I think that this was a purchase piece from a stash unloading. And so I don't know what it is, but it is a 14 count for sure. It is nice and soft, which is lovely. So it's easy to work with. I work in hand with this because it's just so easy. And yeah, so that is that. Hopefully it will be a finish. I'm hoping soon because there's a lot of appointments. All right, and then I had another new start for July, really the upcoming July, and not that this is going to get done by July, but it is December Stitches 4th of July American Gingerbread House. It's a little cutie, and I love that they put it on a little gingerbread house stand. Cute. And that's what that one looks like. I love gingerbread men. They're super cute. And so I am doing this in the called for DMCs. I am doing it on a 18 count vintage country mocha, and that's where I am. That's what I've gotten done so far. And if you see up at the top, see, I put a T for top, just with this spare strand of thread, so that I knew when I pulled this out again which way I was going. So these charts are so easy to read, so easy to read, and I am enjoying this stitch. So that's what I've gotten done for stitching. Was there anything else? No, those are all my stitches. I hope that's all my stitches. All right, let me pull this back out. All right, how about I did my winners, I did my new share. How about a shout out? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how. I think it was recommended, but it is Katie, Jeremiah's mom. Oh my gosh, if you are not watching Katie, Jeremiah's mom, and I will link her down below, you need to go watch her. She is delightful. She's been stitching for a very long time. They live in I'm gonna say it's a tiny house. Katie, is that correct? I don't know. You once mentioned how big it was, and I was like, how do you live in that? It's her husband, and Jeremiah, who is a lovely, hello Jeremiah, is a lovely, lovely little guy. He's not little, but he's delightful. So sweet. Literally, I binge watched all of her videos. She's got, I don't remember how many. They just uploaded one the other day, and her husband, Fred, is in it. And just what a sweet little family unit. And I think that by living in a tiny house, cramped small quarters, I couldn't do it, bless you. But she is joyful. Her stitches, she stitches a lot of different things, a lot of full coverages. She's got one that, oh my gosh, I can't pronounce it, but there's a cult following for it for Jeremiah. It's his favorite piece. It's a piece by Ann Stokes, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And every time she pulls it out, he says, woohoo. And it's just, oh my gosh, every time I love it. And he makes special guest appearances, and just a delightful, delightful family. They smile and laugh a lot, and she just has so much joy in the stitches that she is doing, and her joy of life. And we can all get bogged down by things that are happening in our lives, and like why me, and like all of the things, right? Somehow she finds out the way to smile through it. And I realize that sometimes when people are smiling on the inside, they're not always as happy, and your outside cannot reflect your inside. But she does seem to have a very good just a good handle on things, and is a delight and a joy to watch. So I encourage you. I am not sure why she doesn't have more followers, because honestly, again, joyful to watch. The love that you see, the relationship you see between Jeremiah and Katie is, it's incredible. I love it. I look forward to when she uploads a video every Monday, so that she shows you her last week's progress, and chats a little bit about life. And I wish I lived closer and was able to be a part of their stitch group with Janet Jabber. She's friends with Janet Jabber and a couple of other people in Illinois, right guys? Is that right? Yeah. It would be so much fun to meet up with them, and just to, listen to Katie and her laugh, and again, her joy of not only life, but her cross stitching and what brings her, you know, happiness. And so anyways, go see her. She is wonderful, and I would love to see her hit the 1,000 subscriber and over mark, because she certainly is a valuable member of our Stitchy community. And Katie, I am so glad that I was able to stumble across your channel and meet you and Jeremiah and your husband Fred. So anyways, that is my shout out. The other thing that I want to talk about is plans. So obviously I'm going to continue the temperature stitching, the hopefully spin the wheel for the other 13, because I've done 12 of the 25 in 2025 stitches, so hopefully get the other 13 done this month, I'm hoping, so that next month is a new reset for the wheel. And then this weekend, if you have watched Tara from Sully Stitches, she is hosting a I think, what does she call it? Hashtag Spooky Summer Sal. So if you tag her on Instagram, it is like Halloween / fall themed for summer. And so if you go and watch her video, she explains it so much better than I'm going to, but basically a Halloween or fall piece, whether it's a whip, a sal, a new start, whatever you're choosing. And then I think if I recall correctly, it's for the whole summer, but you choose, you know, how you do it. And then anywhere between June 20th to the 22nd, doing that start and tagging her, that's when she's going to start, to do all that. Well, you all know, if you've been following me for a while, that I love Halloween. Halloween is my jam. It's a season. It's a whole thing. And so I was like, yes, please, I will start a new start. Why not? For Halloween. And so I went to the Punch, Needle, and Primitive magazine. I do have a lot of Halloween charts, but I was like, you know, I don't work out of my magazines enough, and I am in the process of going through my craft room, and at some point when it is actually organized, because I had to move rooms, when I have it and it's smaller than my last room, so finding places for things and organizing it, and I have a lot going on that I just have not gotten everything where I want it to be. And so when I do, eventually I will have a craft room tour. I think I've said that a couple of times. And then I'm almost to it, and then we change things around again. So but it will happen, because I think I'm in there for a while. So I will I have a lot of Halloween patterns. They are all in places, but yeah, magazines. I have a ton of cross-stitch magazines and books and whatever. And so one day I put them all together, and I sat in my chair in the living room with Mr. G, and I just went page by page to see if I was even interested in stitching in anything in them. And if I was not, they went in a giveaway pile. And so these are the things that are left. And Punch, Needle, and Primitive magazines I love. I'm not getting rid of them. And so I was like, ooh, let me go to the fall edition. Oh, maybe let's show it to you first. This one here, and I want to say that this one's 2023. I could not find my 2024 one or my 2022 one, because I think I started collecting them then. But this was, this is the 2023 edition, Punch, Needle, and Primitive magazine. And I found this one. It is called the Halloween Spool Sample. Wow. Halloween Sampler Spool by Bonnie Woomer of the Nebby Needle. So I'm going to start that one. I think it is so cute. Now, let me see. I might have to cover up some, oh no. So here is another view. That's the back view of it. And I love this. And I'm sure I have some spools. I did receive a spool for Christmas from a gift exchange with my little stitch friends, my stitch group. And I love it. But it's a little bigger and a little narrower, thinner, taller, all the things. And so I think I have a short squatty one that I could do this on, and I'm gonna do it on a 20 count, probably a vintage country mocha, we'll see. And I'm excited. So I am going to start that this weekend, and Tara, Sully Stitches, I will tag you in my Instagram, and I'm excited to join in on another Halloween sal because I love all the things Halloween. All right, is that it? Oh my gosh, temp, weekend, Tara, winners. Oh my goodness, I just need to make sure that I've captured everything because wow. Yeah, those are the plans. Those are the plans. I will be back probably July 1st, which is Canada Day. And I will probably be back then for a new uploaded video. And so if you are interested in the share, it is Farmhouse, and I will do a drawing then. Congratulations to, again, all the winners from last videos, regular videos, shares. Please get in touch with me. I can't wait to get these things out to you. And thank you so much for joining me. I really and truly appreciate every single one of you reading the comments, sharing the joy of cross stitch, and being able to respond and being a part of the community. I really, really do enjoy it, and thank you. So until we are together again, happy stitching.